One more time. We need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. We need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. And we lift our hands right here and bow our knees and worship at your throne. We need you, Lord. We need you right now. Welcome back to another piano lesson with Warren. My name is Warren McPherson. If you're new to the channel, today we're going to be talking about the power of the 2-5-1 progression. It is the most powerful progression, especially in Western music. It's how we get around different keys through different chord progressions and movements. And so you need to be fluent with your 2-5-1s. If you're not actively practicing progressions like that takes you through all keys with all different types of voicing and chord variation, then you need to start right away. Over at pianolessonswithwarren.com, which is my private membership program, I'm in the process of putting together this exercise in the form of a course for my students over there. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure to head over there and check it out. But 2-5-1 is one of the most popular progression in music. That's why you hear people often talk about the cycles of fourth and fifths, because it's really modeling the idea and the concept of the 2-5-1. When you understand the cycle of fourth and the 2-5-1 progression, it allows you to be able to play chord progressions with a lot more ease and comfort. But then also when we start talking about passing chord, which is what we're going to look at today, the 2-5-1, how you can navigate that with a level of clarity and understanding. So today I'm going to show you two songs, how you can use 2-5-1 to spice it up. And so then your homework going to be going forward after this video is to find a couple of songs that you know well and look for possibilities of places that you can use these 2-5-1s. We're going to be working out of the key of G today. Now, if we take this song, we need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. We need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. We lift our hands and bow our knees and worship at your throne. We need you, Lord, we need you right now. What if learning gospel piano felt easy, inspiring, and actually fun? Welcome to your practice path. Your all-in-one piano learning ecosystem. Learn by ear, track your growth, and stay motivated with precision tools that show exactly where your time is going. No more second guessing what to practice or when to move on. Progress at your pace, build your strengths, and follow a clear path designed for real results. Join thousands of students around the world who are finally making real progress with gospel piano. Start your free trial today. This is the gospel piano journey you've been waiting for. Can you hear, where could I use 2-5-1s in this? That's the whole song. Jonathan Butler, We Need You, Lord. So I'm going to show you. The first place is where we're going to the 6. We're going to be using a 2-5 progression to propel us to 6. And that's the first place we're going to use it. Whenever we're going to 6, we're going to do a 2-5 passing. Now, why do I call it a 2-5 passing? 6 is a minor, right? And so all we're doing now is thinking E minor. We're going to 2 in E minor, 5 in E minor, back to 1. So this is also often referred to as a temporary tonicization, which means because we're thinking temporarily as the 6. We're thinking 6 as the 1. So if that's the 1, what is the 2? The 2 is going to be beside the 1. It's going to be F sharp. And we can play it as a diminished or a minor. We're going to talk about that in a bit. And then the 5 is going to be, what's the 5th note up away from the E? It's going to be B. So 2, 5, 1. Now you see, it goes back to why 2-5-1 progression is important, because this is something you're going to have to be able to work out quickly. Now, you don't want to be challenging yourself to do it on the spot, right? But as you're working through this at home, you're thinking about it. That's how we're literally thinking about it, is distance in intervals. Now, the exercise that I show you would have taken you through all the keys, so it becomes more tactile, right? The kinesthetic memory will have those sort of progression already embedded in the hands, but it's 2-5-1. So then in the context of the song, we need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. We need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. We lift our hands right there before I go to that 6. And there are a variety of runs that I can do over it. So I'm playing a diminished chord. F sharp diminished, and I'm just doing. And there are variations that I'm doing on that run. D7, I'm playing it without the 5th. And you might say, Warren, what scale are you playing? How do you know to bend those notes? Again, this is why this word is very important. Tonicization. Temporary tonicization. We're temporarily thinking about E minor as the 1. So every decision I'm making is based on E minor. So what I'm actually playing there is just the E minor harmonic scale. Harmonic minor scale. Right? So when you see me do temporarily shifting, temporarily thinking about the key as E minor. So again, we need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. We need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. Right now. Remember I said you could use minor? So now we're getting into a little bit more complex. 2-5-1 is often going to be 2 minor, 1 major, 2 minor, 5 major, and the 1 is going to either be minor or major, depending. In this case, our 1 is minor, right? 2, 5, 1, because we're going to E minor. Now, sometimes we do what we call a borrowed chord, right? Or we're kind of mixing the modes, where we sometimes make our 2 diminish if we're in a major key or if we're going to the 1. Or sometimes we do the flip side, we make the 2 a minor if we're going to a minor key. So sometimes I might use F sharp minor instead of F sharp diminish. F sharp diminish would be the right case for this if we're thinking purely theoretical. Right? We're going to a minor key, so the 2 is going to be diminished. You can use it as a rule. If the destination chord, or what we are calling the 1 temporarily, if that's a minor, then the 2 should be diminished. But sometimes we change the quality to minor to give it a more spicier feel, because now that's introducing C sharp, which doesn't belong to E minor or G major. But it gives a certain spice. Now this is something you got to use sparingly, because you don't want to make it to interrupt with the melody. So if we go, we need you, Lord, we need you, Lord, right now. I'm tracing where my melody is. We need you, Lord, we need you, Lord, right now. See, because he's on now, that means it doesn't matter if I do a 2 diminished now, or a 2 minor now, because both notes belong to the chord. So that's what I mean when I say you got to use it sparingly, because if my melody was a C, I can't make it minor, because then we have clashes and you're going to hear that something sounds wrong. So it's always important to note that when we're talking about the weeds of this these theoretical chord movements and stuff, there's always going to be exceptions. And most often than not, the exception is going to be based on the melody. So always know what's happening with the melody. But in this case, we can go. So I can play that minor over now and then switch to the harmonic. And the scale I'm playing here is this. So it's really F Lydian, right? F Lydian mode over the F sharp minor. Because this F sharp minor really comes from the D major scale. I know, I'm getting deep in the weeds. See if you can keep up with me, all right? We're just playing a G Lydian over this, and then when we go to the D7, we're back to E harmonic minor. Right? So in context, we go, we need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. We need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. And we lift our hands and our knees and worship at your throne. We need you, Lord. We need you right now. One more time. We need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. We need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. And we lift our hands right here and bow our knees and worship at your throne. We need you, Lord. We need you right now. I know I just did a lot there. Let's break it down a little bit. What did I do? I threw in another 2/5 passing when I was going to the C, the 4, and worship at your throne. Before I get to that C, I did a D minor 7, a G 13th, to the C, another 2/5-1. So we lift our hands and bow our knees right here. But it's rootless. That's why it sounds like that. To give it that gospel sound, it's a G 13th without the root. And I stack that chordal voicing at the top. A lot of stuff is happening in this video, y'all. So you may need to return to it multiple times. So again, we lift our hands and bow our knees and worship at your throne. Minor 13th to F13. Those are just passing. So those aren't necessarily, I mean, you could think of them as 2/5, but it resolves differently, right? So this is a little bit more advanced with the reharm, right? Huh? We need you, Lord. 6, 2, all 13th chord right now. We need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. We need you, Lord. We need you, Lord, right now. And we lift our hands again and bow our knees and worship at your throne. We need you. We need you right now. So those are two spots. You can use 2/5 passing. I did it when going to the 6. I did it when going to the 4. Can you use them other places? You can use them everywhere. It all depends on how crazy you want to get. And again, what's happening with the song. Nothing I talk about theoretically is blanket. It's not going to apply to every song. You're going to know the type of songs it applies to through trial and error. And then as you get more experience, you'll just hear it. That, oh, I could do this in this song. But don't get too freaked out. Be like, which song do I use it on? Just pick a bunch of songs and start trying it. Use your ear. If it sounds funny, take a look at it to see why it sounds funny. Because it's not going to work for every song. So those are just two examples of how you can elevate your song instantly through the use of 2-5-1 chord movements. It seems simple the way I'm doing it. It seems, but this again is something I've been doing, working on, studying for the past 2 decades. So I've had a lot of experience across hundreds of songs. So don't expect this thing to be like a switch you just turn on and automatically you're using 2-5-1s everywhere. I want to set up your expectation. It's a powerful tool. And if you want to play well, it's something you have to learn. So just start learning it and start exploring. We're getting in the stage now where it's all about exploration and experimentation. You want to play well, you got to let go of fear and start exploring and experimenting. Like I mentioned, I'm in the process of putting together a course that teaches you how to play 2-5-1 in the form of a formula that you could just execute. Because part of this stuff is getting it into the fingers so you don't have to think much about it. So there's an exercise for that. And I'm working on the course to put that together. It's only going to be available over at pianolessonwithwarren.com right here. So head over there and check it out. We're running a 7-day free trial. We currently have hundreds of students in the program from all over the world. We've helped thousands of students from all over the world. It's a wonderful place to be if you want to learn to play piano by ear. But most importantly, if your specialty is gospel piano, there is no better place to be. Now, I'm also going to link down below a PDF that talks about diatonic extensions, because you see me doing stuff like 13s, right? All of that stuff. So we're going to talk a little bit about theory about diatonic extensions. I'm going to link to that video right here, and I'm going to put the free PDF that talks about how to play that so you can download it and study it. Again, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, little things like that really does help the channel, help me to continue to provide these content over here for free. All right, so hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and share this video with someone who you believe will find it helpful. All right, until then, have a blessed week, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care.